and when I was looking at these SpongeBob posts, I happened to stumble across this picture. It was of like a Halloween scenery from one of the older episodes. But something that I can't quite pinpoint is in how like a lot of the older shows in general, the atmosphere was just something else. It was a lot more common. With that said though, that was part of the reason why I decided I wanted to try to recreate it with both of my pens. In the picture itself, it was going to be Mr. Krabs and SpongeBob sitting next to a campfire in the Krusty Krab. My next step being drawing out Mr. Krabs too. I was going to go about drawing them out and then start working on the scenery behind them too. They were both sitting on these log type of things, and I made sure to make it distinct from the floor that was around them too. As I was going through doing this one, I wanted it to appear like it was almost moving, so I kept overlaying the red and blue on top of each other. Sometimes whenever I draw out these characters, I'll do it in a flat color. Like take for instance, I'll do it in just red or I'll do it in just blue. Although sometimes it could be chaotic and messy, I really like the outcome, especially with the red and blue, and sometimes it makes this purplish color, and it makes it seem like it's moving or it could be 3D. With that said though, the scenery itself was taken from one of the Halloween episodes, so you're gonna see me drawing out a little pumpkin and also just a ghost on the window. They're on the inside. I lightly pressed down with the red and the blue and just shaded Mr. Krabs and SpongeBob in. Then came time for me to draw off the floor. But I wanted the floor to look rusted and kind of scratched up. I didn't want to flat out recreate the exact same reference, so you're gonna see me kind of deviate a little bit with my colors. Like take for instance here, I started doing my abstract designs around Mr. Krabs and SpongeBob. Something that I still feel like I'm in the beginning stages of, or something I've been trying to learn how to do, is like fuse my omnilinear designs with these sceneries I sometimes recreate. I like to add my own spin on these things, but I've yet to reach that point where I feel like it's 100% in its own lane, if that makes sense. I feel like this still feels very grounded, but I want to get it to a point to where you can identify it and you can really recognize it as its own thing. With that said though, I did end up drawing Doodle Bob in the window. He wasn't in the original reference that I used, but I just wanted to make it fun since SpongeBob was looking in that direction anyway. But as I said before, I colored over him with the red and blue tint just to make it seem like he was outside. Then came time for me to shade in the space that was right above the windows and the doors. At this point, I kept it simple and I just shaded down a little bit darker with my omnilinear designs. I did a skeleton of a fish since it was Halloween. I tried to detail it to where you could still see it even with the designs up top. Here's for the red lens, and now for the blue. With that said, let me know what y'all think about these drawings, and if you're interested in seeing more full sceneries, don't forget to like and follow, and I will see y'all in the next one.